I think it's recording.
Cool. All right. Welcome, everyone. Today is, I don't even know, Monday, April 8th to our Team Vitality call. We have a great lineup today for in-home parties, and pop-ups are back. So this is going to be a great topic. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't checked your Monday Motivate email, make sure you check that for all your updates. And if you did not get that, of course, you can go to the hub.lifevantage.com to always be connected and know what's coming up. We also now have a YouTube channel. It's at Team Vitality. And we'll try to put that link in the comments, or if not, there in the live stream in our team chat. And I think that was it. Okay, so our host, or our trainer today is, again, Kristin Bailey. Real quick on Kristin, she has a degree in human development and a minor in social work. She used to be a teacher and then became an early intervention specialist in the ABA therapy for children with developmental disabilities. After her son was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder, she left teaching to focus on her family. She used to bartend and work as a personal trainer to support her son's therapy. Due to an injury, she couldn't continue those jobs, and then she started with LifeVantage, where she achieved the elite ranks in just 2.5 years. Kristin has two amazing boys, age 5 and 9, and her greatest accomplishment is teaching them to love others and themselves. She's also a cycle instructor. Kristin values her relationships with people more than any degree or certificate. So please welcome Kristin Bailey.
Thank you. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Who got a chance to look at the solar, or not look at it, or maybe through glasses? Didn't anyone see it? Was it cool? We didn't really see it here. Jackie, you saw it? Nice. All right, awesome. I think it's pretty cool. The kids were all super excited about it. So yes, today our topic is basically in-person is back, whether that be in-home parties or pop-ups at a gym, or getting together with local vendors, farmers markets. Raise your hand or put an emoji in the chat right now if you have done an in-person event. I want to see participation, please. And actually, before I get into anything on that, I do want to start this call with wins of the week from last week. I think it's so fun to spend the first 5 minutes of the call shouting people out on your team for wins that you might have, so we can all celebrate and clap for you. So if anyone wants to unmute themselves, please shout out a win for someone on your team, shout out a win for yourself, anything you want. We'll do that for the next couple minutes.
I'd like to shout out Kimberly Novak. I'm sure you all saw our post. She helped one of her newest consultants, who works at a spa, put on this great event, and we were helping her put all the tables together, and it was just like gave us like that sense of community. So she felt like a part of the team, and Kim just shined. She knew what she was talking about. She got up in front of the room, which she has a hard time doing, as we all do, unexpectedly, and she spoke well and she carried herself well, and it was just overall an amazing event. And to see your people grow, it feels good here.
That's awesome. I love that.
Kristin, I'd like to shout out Drea, one of my newest consultants. She had a launch party at her house, and she did it in kind of a cool way. She made it like a vendor event. So she invited a bunch of her girlfriends that all had businesses, and they set up the event. And we all know when we go to events like that, like our biggest prospects are the other vendors, right? So I thought it was really cool, and just wanted to shout her out, congratulate her. She shared her story in front of everybody. I know Suzanne and Tricia were a big help to her as well. So thanks you guys for that.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And I'd like to shout out, oh my gosh, so many people, but Karen Fisher and Sherry Williams here in town, they immediately, when we got back from conference, had events at Sherry at her salon and Karen in her living room. And again, at these events, and you're going to learn tonight, I mean, we closed 100% of people. They either upgraded products or became new customers. And Sherry Martin, you're gonna hear from tonight. She's just crushing it. Angie's crushing it. All you guys that are doing events are crushing it for sure. So way to
Thank
go.
you. It's so good. And Chrissy Amaral wrote in the chat, she's at the doctor's right now, so I'll read it for her, but she has a new consultant, Sonia, who I know also very well. And she already got her first customer in her first week, and she is totally ready to take off. She has the best energy, and she's going to bring it to her gym. She's in Orange Theory, and she's a Navy mom. Yes, she's an Orange Theory coach and just a phenomenal human being. And so that'll be huge. And I'd like to shout out my newest consultant, Tricia. She actually just got her first customer the second day after she signed up. So we've got a lot of great things going. And if someone else wants to shout out, please, we have like 1 more minute. So please go ahead and shout your people out. But this is exciting, you guys. Anyone else? Nope. 3, 2, 1. Okay, everyone do a little round of applause. Good job, you guys. All right, so now we'll really get into it. I saw in the comments that several of you have done in-person events. Like Jane said, I've been in the company almost 7 years now. And when I joined LifeVantage, in person was where it was at. And it was actually at Angie Harper's table, which is so crazy to think about now. We would need like a whole auditorium for her team. But it was just 8 of us, and it was that in-person event that I went to, a meeting that sealed the deal for me, that literally made me say, I need to not only have these products, but this opportunity and this community. And I think community is so key. And just like Suzanne said, it's so cool to come together and have that community and see your people thriving and sharing what they love. So in-person events is what I want to focus on. And I'm going to show you guys a 5-minute video from Kristin Voss right now. So grab a piece of paper and a pen. You'll want to take notes. Jane, you want to play that for me, please?
Yes, hang on.
Thank you so much. And while she's doing that, I'm actually enrolled right now in Kristin Voss's Social Sharing Academy, and it's 12 weeks, and she's been talking a lot about in-person events. Oh, there I am. That's
Sorry.
that's okay.
While Jane's doing that, I want to just give a huge shout out to every single person on this Zoom, because it takes a lot to show up. And I just want to say congratulations. I know a lot of us are here every week, but just know it may not be for you. The meeting could need you. So just remember, like, we are here for everyone. So congratulations for showing up, guys.
Yeah, it's no little thing, but don't you feel so good after you get off of these calls every week? And I know it's hard to get on. It's like a workout. You're like, I don't want to. And then afterwards, you're like, heck yes, I do. This was amazing. When's the next call? What are we talking about? It's like,
I want to know who's looking forward to washing their face tonight. I got a text from Rachel Miles, one of my consultants who just got the skincare. And she's like, I really honestly cannot wait to wash my face tonight.
yeah, it's the
That's
best.
how I feel.
It's so good.
It's so good.
So good. All right, let's see. Take notes, guys. Uh-oh. Jane, are you muted with it? Can everyone hear it? Or am I the only one that can't hear it?
No, it's muted. I think Jane's muted, maybe.
Let's try that again.
In-person parties are making a comeback in the social selling space. Now,
Good.
you might be thinking, oh, oh, but I don't know how to throw an online party, or nobody wants to go to those, or nobody wants to come to an in-person event, and I'd rather do it virtually. Is it really that important? I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to have a successful in-person event that you're going to love and your customers will too. If you're just now meeting me, I'm Kristin Boss, a sales, marketing, and mindset coach for the social selling industry. And I've coached over 40,000 students to have profitable and sustainable online businesses through the strategies that I teach. So let's unpack the 5 things or the 5 tips I'm going to give you for a successful in-person event. You might have thought to yourself, nobody wants to come to those. Well, if you're framing it as a sales event or a product event, then yeah, you're right. People might not want to come to be sold to. However, people like an experience. So think about how often, especially if you're a mom, how often moms just want to get out of the house and have some girl time. Don't center the party around the product. Center it around the people. Center it around an experience. Have a girls' night out. Here's what you can enjoy. Sell them on why it's worth their time and why they're going to have just a blast getting out, meeting some new people. And you can also prepare them and say, I'll also have some of my favorite skincare products or house cleaning products or low tox products on the side if you have interest in that. Don't make it about the product, make it about the experience and the people. Number 2, if you think, I don't want to invite people to just shop and buy stuff, I want to encourage you that people are more open to buying than you think. I've been invited to many jewelry parties, and there's a huge trend right now with girlfriends getting together for Botox parties. Those have been around for a while. I mean, people just coming up with their credit cards and being like, yeah, inject me. I'm here with my girlfriends. It really is about the experience surrounding the purchase. So really think about, how can I elevate the experience so that it isn't about the purchase, but the purchase still happens. Also think about how permanent jewelry is a hit. There are jewelers that go to these home parties and they give the permanent jewelry to all their friends. It's just because it's an experience. It becomes memorable. Tip number 3, a lot of people tend to think, oh, but my house isn't pretty enough or nice enough, or, you know, they have a lot of thoughts and stories around their home. And listen, you aren't there to impress people. You're there to make an impact for people. You're there to just have a girls' night or have a friends' night or a get together. They're not judging you for your home. And if they are, why would you want them as a customer anyways? Honestly, they're not looking around as like just to ascertain if you've caught up on your laundry. Nobody's doing a dust check and checking with a white glove. They're not doing that. They're just there to have a good time. So really just think about how you're creating a welcoming and hospitable environment. Get out of your own head. Tip number 4, make it memorable. Ask yourself, what is an in-person event that I would enjoy going to? What components would there be? What would I like? What would I dislike? Really think about, again, curating the experience as if it's an actual party, not attaching the outcome or the need for sales or those things. Just so you know, if sales don't happen in the party, if you're making meaningful connections often lead to sales down the road. So don't force yourself or put pressure on this event needing to create a financial outcome, because when you actually expand your network and make meaningful connections, that does have a direct impact on your future income and your ability to make sales down the road. So really curate the experience. And I would just encourage you to do some icebreakers or conversation starters. Again, focus it around the people and the experience. And lastly, tip number 5, ditch perfectionism and do it messy. Your first in-person event might be a dumpster fire. You might say things or do things that's silly and just roll with it. I will say it will be a lot more fun when you take the pressure off and just decide, this is a learning experience. I'm going to figure out what I like, what I don't like, what I want to repeat next time. I'm going to make some notes and figure out how I can keep making this better. I remember when I did my first in-person event, at least in this business, it was a mastermind event, and there were absolutely things that went wrong, but there were things that went really well. And so I just took a note of everything that I liked. And I was like, okay, what will I do different? And since then, I've run 7 different live events, and each one gets better because I'm learning by experience. So experience is your best teacher. And the best way for you to have fun and really just make it a learning experience is ditch the perfection, make it about process and not the outcome. Try these things, and I guarantee you will completely change your mindset and your thoughts around in-person parties for your business. If you found this video helpful, I would encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and share this with 2 or 3 friends that would also find value in it. And if you still find yourself struggling with your stories or you have mental roadblocks around your business, I want to invite you to check out this video, Success Thoughts.
Thank you. Perfect.
Maybe you think they're too old to learn how to play the piano, or maybe you're one of those people who have tried to play
Oh
the piano,
no,
so you think that
You're never too old to play the piano.
never. That's next week's training.
So glad that was G-rated, Jane.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So what did you guys think? Did you get a good little grasp on that? I got thumbs up from Suzanne. Thank you. So yeah, it's definitely number 1, centered around the experience. Number 2, don't invite people to buy. Number 3, create a welcoming event. Make it memorable and ditch perfectionism. I think for me, number 5 is the hardest part, especially being in this new city. I had my first in-person event at Granite Bay Aesthetic Center. There was about 12 other vendors, and I did not sleep 2 nights before because I was so nervous. I ended up meeting the best people. It was such a great event, and Angie's totally spot on. It's the vendors that you really want to connect with. I connected with a lot of people that came for the event, but it was the vendors that I was passing my cards out to and really connecting with. That's who taught our yoga retreat at my parents' ranch. She is a collagen customer now. It's just all about putting yourself out there and, not really having expectations, but just, meeting people and just creating relationships and, that domino effect. So I'm going to have Suzanne Robinson hop on and share what she's been doing. This Florida team, you guys, I just want to be like friends with all of them. Their events and their pictures and everything that they do together is just, it's so awesome. And you guys really, truly, you can tell you guys are loving what you're doing. You're loving how, you're having fun doing it, and you're making a massive difference. And it's like, this is what it's all about. So Suzanne, if you don't mind sharing a little bit what you're doing, I'd be so grateful.
Yeah. We've actually had all kinds of parties. We've had presentations, we've had, intimate luncheons, we've had skincare parties, but one of my favorites is at the gym where I work out because, it's that belly to belly and just getting yourself out there, because I've been able to build a community of devoted customers at the gym over the past, few years, just by building relationships with them on a daily basis. So then when we have a table, people are like, oh, you spark the interest, and people wonder, oh, what does she do? And what we try to do is I have enrolled a consultant through the gym. So we do it together. So it's a learning experience for her as well. But then we kind of bounce off of each other, which is what we do at all of the parties based on, which consultants are there. But we get there early. We set up our table 15 minutes early. So that way, when people are walking into the class, they're seeing our table. It's always important to know your audience. So we know our people are health conscious. We always have Axio. We have bottles of Axio. We give them, a little taste before when they come in to give them a little bit of energy before they work out. We have our collagen at NRF too. We try not to overload the table, just things that maybe the fat burn in the daily wellness, just so they can really focus on what's on the table and it's not overwhelming. So then we work out with them. So, we're not just sitting aside by ourselves. And then afterwards, we run over, we set up, and we're there to answer questions and just talk to people. So the most important thing is just to be authentic, be yourself, ask them questions, and most importantly, get their number. So that way we kind of take the conversation later. We're not trying to sell them right away. Plus, because I have such a huge community of customers there, they become my third-party validation. So people will talk to me and then they'll go to people that they know. I'll say, oh, go talk to Lisa. She's on the collagen. Let her tell you, her experience. And that way it's not just you sharing, it's other people that they know. And it just kind of helps with, like I said, the third-party validation.
Yes, I love that. And I love that you work out with them because, you know, it's like kind of an awkward feeling when you see other vendors and they're like staring at you during the workout. You're like, yeah, that's cool. Like you're getting in there with them. That would sell me for sure. That's
Well,
awesome.
plus I always have to have my game face on because I have
Right.
to show them that these products make me rock it, and I rock it better than most of those girls in their 20s. No offense to girls in their 20s, but I'm gonna be 47 and I can hold my own. So
Oh yeah, you're rocking it. I commented on your picture the other day. She's a babe. This girl's like solid muscle. She's activated AF. Like,
oh,
let's
yeah.
be honest.
Thank you.
Good. Thank you so much. Okay, so next we have Sherry Martin, who has done some awesome in-home parties. So Sherry, I would love for you to share another party that I wish I was at. I want to like Photoshop myself into the table that you guys are sitting at.
You're so funny.
So please give us some tips on what you're doing and the results that you're seeing.
Yes. Suzanne forgot to tell you guys that she does F45 sometimes twice a day. I'm like, no wonder why these ladies are like, can I have what you have? So,
That's
like,
because they opened a new location, so I got to start working both places.
so yeah, congratulations. You and Lisa, like amazing, and Kim. Okay, so you guys, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I literally, when we were at Tennessee, and I knew that this new enhanced skincare line was out, I knew that I wanted to do something. So I kind of prepared a little bit before, and I went on Shein, guys, for $50. I got everything I needed. I did not think of all these things, so I want to give a couple people a shout out. So when I was preparing to do this, I knew that I needed to pique interest. I needed to do something different. So I was marketing as a 15-minute transformation spa experience. I told people to come. I had it at night. I said, come with a clean face and get ready to be blown away. And I just left it at that. And I think I had like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. And this lady brought her husband. And let me tell you, he had to put his little pink thing on because I'm like, you're bringing your husband? Yes, girl, we're all going to do it. So what I did was I served wellness. I served warm wellness. And guys, I was prepared before everybody got there. So I had my hot water already on the stove. I had pure honey and fresh lemons cut up. And as they walked in, I said, hey, guys, oh, and I had out what wellness was so that I didn't have to like fumble through my stuff. You don't need to memorize it all. So I had out the wellness sheet and I was like, I would love to offer you some wellness. It's really good for like, you know, helping your immune system. I told them a little bit about what was in it. And then everybody said yes. So now everybody's sipping on the wellness while I showed the 2-minute video that we just was released on the skincare with the Nerf 2 and the collagen and kind of like what the skincare does. So they sat around my living room and I played it on my TV while they sipped their wellness. And then as soon as they were done, you guys know I'm like drill sergeant, everybody was already at their stations. And as they put their headband on, I was taking their before pictures. And while I was taking the before pictures, anyone that was there on product, I asked to share stories. Hey, if anyone's experienced activation, please go ahead and share what you love while I'm taking the pictures. And then the setup was super easy, you guys. Everybody had a 4 little section. Everything I'm telling you was on Shein. I can put it in our Facebook group if you want. But anyways, they had this little thing. I went around and gave everybody samples. So I knew that it wasn't going to be wasted. And as they were putting on these steps, I was explaining what set us apart. And I was so excited about it. And everybody was like, look at your face and look at your face. And it was just so incredible. And then after we were done, Donna gave me the best idea. She said, you should warm up some towels, put lavender or I forgot the other one, but I use lavender. So for 2 hours before the party started, I had these cloths sitting in this lavender water. And as they were finishing up their last, the number 4, I set the timer for 15 minutes. And then what I did, you guys, was I rinsed the rags out. I put it in the microwave and I let everybody clean their hands. And then I did the pout as a bonus. And then I gave them the hand cream. They were blown away. You guys, everyone showed up at my house by 6 o'clock. I started by 10 and everybody was out of my house by 8:20. Completely gone. 100% of the people ordered. Everybody that was there ordered the skincare, whether they were new or existing consultants. And I had 2 consultants that just enrolled, and one of them came in on the big pack, and then the other 2 just bought it. So, but everybody else, you guys, was buying it. So it was such a big success and so much fun. We have another one Friday.
You had 100% success.
100%.
Okay, that's amazing. That's incredible. See, and you focused on the experience too. Those little things that you did made that experience, and it was not just product, shoving it down. You like dribbled it in, and yes, I love it. That's amazing. See, another win. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, last but not least, we have Tricia Piquero, who had an amazing setup at the gym I used to work at, Diamond Hills. Tricia, I want you to tell us how that went. Tell us about the experiences that you had with people walking in or walking out. How did you pique their interest? And are you going to do it again? I'm sure you are. Your setup was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm trying to do it at least once or twice a month, but yes, I have a relationship with the gym. And what I did, I set up a nice little table, not, I had products, but really what was key, because I've done it a couple ways, but what was key for me this way was the best results were raffling off a prize. Okay. And I'm there all day for one day. So people are coming and going, and they're busy and all that. And there's a few other vendors, which makes it nice, because then other vendors make it nice because then people shop around. But what I do is I have a nice little sign that says what I'm raffling off. And then anybody that passes by, I'm like, hey, come back and get a free raffle ticket. Free raffle ticket, right? I'm going to raffle it off today. Somebody's going to win this today. When I give them the raffle ticket, hey, are you going to be here at 7 p.m.? Well, 0 of them are going to be there at 7 p.m. So guess what they have to do? They have to give me their contact information, but it's a way to kind of do it nicely rather than, and I don't have them write it on the ticket. I have them write it in my book and then the ticket number. So when I pick the ticket live that night on, social media or if I videotape it, what have you, then I can easily look at the ticket number. They didn't have to write their name down, and then I can announce the winner, and I can go through all of those people. And while I'm talking to them, I'm finding out what their interests are, what they're doing, all that stuff. Some people I know, some people the majority I don't know, but you kind of run into a whole, variety of different people, both men and women. And I think that is actually better than even sorry about my birds. Tasting whenever I start talking, they start talking too. I'm sorry, but somebody hates birds around here. I won't say who.
I keep looking at Angie's face.
Yeah. So it's even better than having them taste things, believe it or not. And then I will actually give them, a lot of times, if they're really, really interested, I will give them an Axio to take with them, what have you. So that's been great. And then I'll follow up with them, and then I'll make them an offer, which Angie's always good at doing. So, you go through and then you say, hey, you didn't win, but you know what, why don't I do this? And anyway, I just to let you guys know, I love all these tips. I love in-person events. That's what I'm all about. I'm like an energy person, and I think you have to make it fun. I'm all about having music. Last year I was doing wellness events at a wellness location once a month, so that I always have a new thing to go to. It promotes that person's business. It gets me a good relationship with them. We have other vendors that come, and we have music, and we make it easy. A little cooked champagne is inexpensive, and we do cheese and almonds and crackers, and pretty much that's it. It doesn't have to be like a huge thing. And then every vendor donates one raffle prize. Then you have a bunch of raffle prizes. When you tell people we're going to have raffle prizes, we're going to have bubbles, people will come and then play some music, and then you make it fun, and you start to build relationships with these other vendors as well. And then so there's a lot of different places. I did it at the Crystal Salt Cave. I've done it at just different places like that. So that's really it. What I will say is in-person events. I agree, Kristin, that's where it's at.
Thank you so much. And I will say all three of these women are crushing it right now. And so that also says something. And not only are they crushing it, they're having fun. And like I said before, it's all about building that community, and it's just being together and energy and all of that. Angie, did you want to hop on and say something?
Yeah, I wanted two things. Rachel, who's on the call, had a Botox party last Friday. I wasn't able to go because my son had his wisdom teeth out, but she set up a table of collagen and skincare with a sign that said "Protect your investment," which is awesome because all these people, you know, they're spending a lot of money on their Botox. Why not, right? And have them understand how they can protect their investment. And the lady there doing it actually came to an event that I did at my house, and she's interested in the business. So the event that I did, my husband and I did at our house, I just wanted to share. I know one of the most nerve-wracking things about having an event, for me anyway, was the freaking slideshow, right? Right, Jane? Jane feels me like, we need the cord. What slideshow are we going to use? How are we going to, you know, it was just so stressful. So from now on, you guys, I'm literally showing the 2-minute activation video, the new one. It was what, three minutes, I think. I played that, and then that's it. We spoke. My husband spoke. I spoke. I was fortunate enough to have like Dr. Brett and Dr. Nancy there. Rachel got up and did a great testimony. So to me, and we all know this, it's all about the stories. It's just about sharing the stories. And like Tricia said, having things that will bring people. I didn't do a drawing, and I should have. I'm kind of kicking myself for not doing that. Next time I will. But just keep it very simple. In the beginning, I used to put out all this food that nobody ate, right? Throw out some nuts and some veggies, if that. That's it. You know, I had sparkling waters and Axio. Next time, I'm probably going to have some wine because my group of people, we like to drink wine at night and unwind. And at first, I was like, oh, we're not supposed to have wine. But you know what? Do what's comfortable for you. Do what you know are going to, you know, bring people to you. Rachel did a collagen drawing, yeah, for all who attended. So that was just a great way. You know, she and I are still trying to get things going here in Arizona. It's slow, but it's happening. And now with this skincare, we're going to do it again. And we're not going to be like Kristin Boss said, don't have it around a product. Just invite people over to hang out and then have the products there. It's so much less icky. So anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, and have a permanent jewelry person or a Botox person. Have, you know, a workout clothing line at your house with you. Like it can be, you know, collaborative. Also, I'm having my first one here at the end of this month, and I have a permanent jewelry and then workout clothes. So and they're my new collagen customers. So it's perfect. It goes hand in hand. One last thing before we hop off. I know we're a little over. Christy Vote's going to hop on and say one last thing.
Just piggybacking on what Angie said, like dropping the slides. Oh my gosh, best thing we've ever done. I realize, you know, like if I'm sitting there at a doing a consult for somebody coming into the laser center I work at, when I'm talking about products, I have them in my hands and I'm telling them how they feel and kind of how their skin's going to feel, like the benefits. I'm not going to show them a slideshow. So yeah, drop the slides, even the videos, just the experience of how they feel. And you guys have probably noticed on our overviews that we've been doing lately, we're holding up the product and just talking about the experience. So just wanted to piggyback on that. Thank you.
Perfect.
Can I say one more quick thing?
Mm-hmm.
Just real quick. We also had a couple launches, and in that marketing of those launch parties, we didn't say Life Vantage anywhere in the marketing. We said, they said, I'm launching a new wellness business and come out and learn about it. And people are more excited about that. Come out, and I'd love to hear your feedback. And then there was we're launching a wellness and beauty. I'm launching a wellness and beauty business, you know, so things like that, saying that is going to be more, you know, it's going to draw people in. It's a family business or whatever, you know, that's going to draw people in more than saying that any kind of, even though, you know, we're not, like everybody's saying, it's not about the product. A lot of people out here know what Life Vantage is, and they're going to be like, I already heard of it. No, thanks, you know, because of whatever they've, you know, who knows. But I just wanted to share that last little thing.
Love it. Okay, I like to end the call with a challenge for everyone. I want you guys to look at your calendars you have this month and next month to book two. It could be for you, it could be for one of your consultants, it could be for your grandma, it could be for whoever you want. 2 events to invite to or go to. Carrie's just laughing at me. Or set up at a gym. But I challenge you to this month, one next month, could be 2 next month, whatever, 2 this month, but 2 is the magic number. So mark your calendars and let me know what dates so we can all support you. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Great call. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great week.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Great call.